What's going on, guys? I'm back with another video. You know, I'm rocking the Wizards white today. And when you rocking the Wizards white, you feel clean. You look good. You feeling good. You feeling strong. You feeling icy. Cause the jersey is clean. You gotta love the Wizards white. That's what I'm bringing today. But ladies and gentlemen, today I'm coming with you guys with an evaluation of Tommy Sheppard. Now, as we all know and was happy about, Ernie Grunfeld was fired. And they brought in Tommy Sheppard. Now, people didn't know how they felt about it at first. He wasn't the number one choice because he was already in the organization. Now, me personally, I felt as if that's a positive that he was within the organization under Ernie Grunfeld because he's seen all the mistakes that Ernie Grunfeld made and what the fan base didn't like. So my thought process was, why wouldn't he do the opposite of what Ernie Grunfeld did? Fast forward to current times, and I think people have warmed up to Tommy Sheppard. He's definitely more open, more available. You hear his voice more than you ever heard Ernie Grunfeld's. And he comes off as a very likable guy. A very likable guy. And so before I get into my final evaluation of how I feel Tommy Sheppard has done so far with his first year as the Washington Wizards general manager, I got a list of the notable transactions. Look at that. If you can look at that. Don't ignore my handwriting. It's pretty rough. It's pretty rough. Ignore it. But I'm going to go through the list of all the notable transactions that he has done as the Wizards general manager. So let's get into it. Now, we're going to start with the offseason, obviously. And with his first draft pick as the Washington Wizards general manager, he went with Rui Hachimura with the 9th pick. And then he traded cash to the 76ers for Admiral Schofield and Jonathan Simmons. After that, he signed Garrison Matthews to a 2-way contract. Then he traded Dwight Howard to the Memphis Grizzlies for CJ Miles. And this is the second notable transaction that he did. He traded Aaron White to the Brooklyn Nets in a 3-team deal and received Davis Bertans from the San Antonio Spurs. Then this is the third notable transaction. The Wizards traded cash to the New Orleans Pelicans and received Isaac Bonga, Jamario Jones, Maurice Wagner, and a 2022 second-round pick. That's the third notable trade because, as we know from Rui Hachimura will be an important piece. Davis Bertans will become an important piece. And Isaac and Wagner. And also a second-round pick. Gaining a second-round pick. That will be a trend within these transactions. As we all know, Ernie Grunfeld was known for not valuing second-round picks and just getting rid of them like they was candy. And with Tommy Sheppard, he seemed to have more focused on bringing in those kind of second-round picks, whether they were to bring in developmental pieces or to add them onto a trade for a bigger player. So, we're going to enter free agency. I'm trying to fly through these. He re-signed Thomas Bryant. He did a sign and trade with Thomas Satoransky to the Bulls for a 2020 second-round pick and a 2022 second-round pick. Once again, bringing in more draft capital, second-round picks, instead of getting rid of second-round picks. We're bringing them in. Wizards fans aren't used to that. We aren't used to it. So it's a good thing to see second-round picks being valued. Then he signed Ish Smith, which, as we know now, was a good signing. Then he signed Isaiah Thomas. Now, people may have mixed reactions. They had mixed reactions at the time about Ish and Isaiah Thomas. But we're going to get to Isaiah Thomas in a little bit. But he signed Isaiah Thomas. Then he signed Bradley Beal to a 2-year contract extension. At this time, people were saying Bradley Beal, as he stands, he's about to get traded. But obviously, what he told Bradley Beal was good enough, and it got him to re-sign 2 extra years. Very important. Another notable transaction. Then he signed Passer Sneaks to a 2-way contract. Gary Payton II to a 2-way. And Jonathan Williams to a 2-way as well. Flip the page. Then he traded Jordan McRae to the Nuggets for Shabazz Napier. Now, Jordan McRae was a very good scorer off the bench for the Wizards, but after getting rid of Isaiah Thomas, which will come after this transaction, they needed another point guard, so they went up and picked up Shabazz Napier, which doesn't look too bad of a signing. Honestly, he's a good offensive point guard, who's probably I will have him as the starter when the league restarts up. But after that transaction, the Wizards traded Isuf Sanin, probably butchered his name, to the New York Knicks, and they traded Isaiah Thomas to the Los Angeles Clippers. The Los Angeles Clippers traded Jerome Robinson to the Washington Wizards. Now, Jerome Robinson in the past was on the Wizards draft board and they couldn't get him. And they went with Troy Brown that year, I believe. And they wound up getting a young developmental player for Isaiah Thomas, who the Clippers went on to waive anyway. So another young developmental piece. And as we see through that transaction log, you see young players coming in. You see underrated trades coming in that just came out of nowhere. Davis Bertans, which hopefully and most likely they're going to re-sign. You got a contract extension from your best number one player. You got second round picks, more draft capital. And Tommy Sheppard said he's not looking for eighth seed and whatnot. Now that could still possibly happen with the restart, but they didn't give up anything to do that. They still garnered young talent. They got young developmental talent. What we're about to see in the NBA restart is all of the Wizards' young talent, literally. And with all that being said, my evaluation of Tommy Sheppard, from what he has done with the team, not even talking about record, because nobody expected this to be a competing year, even though they still even have a chance to get to the playoffs. I would have to give him an A. I give him an A, and that's not even being a Wizards fan. That's just looking at the team and looking at what he's done and looking at where the team is at now with what is on the roster and the expectations of the year. Because the Wizards could easily be done right now and not even be in Orlando. They could just be not playing. But they are playing. Now, debate with your mama on if the Wizards should even be in Orlando. I don't care about that. They're there. So, Tommy Sheppard has done a great job. And I believe he's gonna right the ship for this team, one way or another. Hopefully that is with John Wall and Bradley Beal. John comes back next season healthy. And I think Tommy Sheppard knows from the Ernie Grunfeld years what the team needs. It was a lot of John Wall heavy offense. It was a lot of just, hey, John, go create for the offense and see what happens. Now, Bradley Beal's a better player, which obviously helps. But another issue was just the team built around Wall and Beal. The teams built around them weren't that great. They had some good teams, but they always faltered. Whether it was the bench or just other surrounding pieces. I think Tommy Sheppard understands that and will help right the ship for this team. I was very impressed with his first year. I'm very impressed with his first year results. And I think majority of the fans are too. I will be very surprised if you feel differently. And if you do, talk about it in the comment section. Let me know. Why do you feel differently? But I'm very excited to see what Tommy Sheppard does in the next draft and as well the offseason after this current playoff situation is and the restart is all over. Now, I think Tommy Sheppard has done nothing but impress. Very happy with him. I'm very happy with the decision to go with him for the general manager position. And that's all I have to say on that topic. Very impressed, very happy with the results so far. Now, in future videos, guys, I'm going to be talking about some draft prospects, trying to get some reaction videos to draft prospects that the Wizards are interested in or that's in the Wizards range. So those should be coming soon. But in the meantime, you always know I'll be back with you guys with another Wizards video. And take care.